Hello everyone and welcome back into the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 900 Global Sublime. Here you can see me putting a layout on it, but before we get into the actual ball motion, just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you do indeed like the content, and make sure you like the video. Also a huge thank you to Storm, Iron Bowling, and Vice Inserts for their continued support. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you can't buy this one because this came from a tournament, but if you like any of the jerseys you see in any of my videos, you can use my promo code that is featured down below. It is Firehouse07. You can use that at checkout and save yourself 20% off. Also, head into your local Storm VIP Pro Shop and check out any of the 900 Global, Rotogrip, and Storm releases, and make sure you put some Vice inserts into the ball. With that said, let's dive into the ball reaction and ball review portion of the video. Alright, so let's talk Sublime here. This is honestly the first 3 games that I've ever bowled with the Sublime. I got it, took it out of the box, drilled it, and then immediately filmed a review. So most of this review is me learning what this ball does, along with you guys seeing how I'm learning what this ball does. So, talking Sublime, it is a symmetrical hybrid. It comes in colors of neon purple, amber, and black. Comes with Reactigloss. I usually touch my Reactigloss balls with like a 1500 pad. This one I didn't have to do. It really kept the integrity of the Reactigloss. Didn't get slimy, didn't get shiny. I was really impressed with what this Reactigloss did with this ball. The cover of this is the Reserve Blend 802 cover stock. As you know, 900 Global has been switching to more of a crafted sort of feel, so this is one of their newer cover stocks. Again, Reserve Blend 802. It features mixtures of S84 Solid, which is on the Reality, and the S70 Pearl from the Dark Moss, so it makes it a 2-part Pearl, 1-part Solid cover stock. I do think it's a little bit stronger than what the Reserve Blend 801 is on the Zen Gold label, which we'll see here in a second. The core is the immersed symmetric AI core. This core is more of a barbell type design, which when you drill the thumb, for those of you that have thumb, it leaves most of the weight block intact, which keeps the integrity of the weight block intact. And no matter how you drill this ball, then it does what it's designed to do. That's what helps with that barbell type design. So here you can see I kind of got into the Zen a little bit late, but we do have the Zen Gold label here. It was released on July 28th. It's a symmetrical pearl and does feature Reactigloss on this ball as well. However, this one I did have to hit with a 1500 pad to keep it from kind of sliming up a little bit. We do have the Meditate core in this ball, which was featured in all the Zens, and on this cover, as I mentioned before, we have the Reserve Blend 801. The hallmark of this Reserve Blend 801 is it's very clean, very responsive. So this cover stock is certainly not what the cover stock on the original Zen was. A little bit sharper down lane, a little bit cleaner through the front part of the lane. Now let's talk about this Wolverine Dark Moss. This Wolverine Dark Moss was released in July of 2022, and it has since been discontinued. This is a symmetrical pearl ball that features a 4K fast finish on this. I really wish they would maybe consider using that 4K fast finish a little bit more nowadays. I really do enjoy seeing my pearl balls come with a little bit of a surface on it, because it just does cut down on that little bit of slime, and I usually have to hit them with a pad anyways, but that's a conversation for another day. The Wolverine has the Lacerate 2.0 core that was featured in both Wolverines, and it does have that S70 cover stock that you heard me talk about earlier when we were talking about what the Sublime cover has been kind of derived from. This cover was featured on the original Wolverine, the Break Pearl, Desert Ops, and the Ordnance Pearl. As you can see here, I'm struggling with it just a little bit. The first part of the shots, I realized that it was kind of coming in a little flat, so I tried to get my hand up the back a little bit more and move right. That didn't necessarily work, so now I'm going to move back left, and I'm just going to give it a little bit more business at the bottom, and that does make the ball look a little bit better. Alright, so let's talk about the Sublime a little bit more. So the layout that I actually put on the Sublime is something that I've never really done before. I've never had the pin above my middle finger or close to my middle finger. It's always above or to the right of my ring finger. But getting my PAP just a little bit different really kind of helped with the drilling of this ball. So these next couple shots are me trying to play a little bit more off the back with the Sublime, but the fact that my pin is above my middle finger puts the pin to pap at 5 1/4, which makes the ball maybe have a little bit more forward roll. So I couple the forward roll with coming up the back a little bit more. The ball does maybe look just a little bit flatter than what it might look like when I'm just throwing my regular shots, the first couple shots that I did. So the full layout of this ball is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. It does really give me a layout that I've never really done before in a unique shape, and I really do indeed like this ball. So first impressions of this ball are really good. First night throwing this in league, I shot 750. Didn't have to ball change at all. It does really give me a really clean look through the front part of the lane, which I really enjoy, and it does retain energy down lane fairly well. So I'm really happy with the Sublime, and I think it's going to make a really good league ball, as well as hopefully some really good sport shot conditions as well. I think the Sublime is probably going to remain on the shelf for probably a year and a half, if I were to guess. Year to year and a half. 2 years might be pushing it a little bit, but the Sublime does look really good. And I think it'll be a benchmark pearl for a lot of different people. Benchmark pearl meaning, you know, more of a ball that you can pull out and throw on anything. So Sublime is really good. Make sure you check yours out when it releases on December 15th. Up next, we do have a couple releases from Storm that are coming up. So until the next time, guys, good luck and good ball.